What's going on, Fit Fam? Welcome on back to my channel. My name is Megan Janice, the founder of Nomadic Fitness, and I teach you ladies how to eat way more food without any restrictions and work out smarter instead of harder so you can build that bang and hourglass body and keep it for life year-round with ease. So in today's video, I am walking you through a brand new glutes and hamstrings workout. So personally, I am training lower body 3 times a week, and then I also hit my upper body twice a week. So for my 3 lower body days, one of them is glutes only, which is what I uploaded in my last video, which you can check out here. And then I have 2 leg and glute days. So one of those leg days is focused on quads and glutes, and then the other is hamstrings and glutes, so the back of our legs, and that's what we are hitting today. So this workout isn't super hard, but it's very effective. So I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna walk you through all the exercises. We are just doing 5, and I'm gonna be talking you through the techniques that I've started to implement to really maximize results with the least amount of time and effort. So if you wanna build an amazing lower body together, then make sure to watch through to the end of this video and implement this workout yourself. And if there's anything else you want to see from me, comment down below. I'd love to know what kind of workouts you want to see or what kind of questions you have for me. All right, so let's get into the gym and hit this lower body. All right, ladies, let's get into this workout. We're just going to do a quick little warm up with our fabric resistance band to do some glute activation to get ready for our working sets. Just a reminder, cellulite is totally normal, so don't be shy to wear those shorts. Let's work hard to grow that lower body. So just doing some typical banded lateral steps here in a squat position, and then squatting it out, pulsing it out, doing some kickbacks. Nothing fancy here. I never really have an actual method to this. I kind of just move around a bunch and make sure that my legs and glutes feel ready to go. So let's get into it. Okay, so something I've been doing with my own coach recently has been doing something called pre-exhaust. So this is where you start off with some of the easier exercises to target the desired muscle, and then that way by the time you get to your harder exercises, the muscles are already really engaged, really warmed up, so that you're really going to be able to properly overload the muscles for those heavier exercises. So I'm doing that today here with my first 2 exercises. They're a little bit more isolation, a little bit easier. So the first one here is a lying leg curl, and we're doing a pause halfway through the rep. So you're coming up halfway, pausing and holding the position there for a full second, and then coming up to the top and repeating. So we're doing that for 12 reps for 3 sets, and then moving on to our second pre-exhaust exercise, which is our good old 45 degree hyperextensions. And here as well, we're going slow, controlled, really making sure we're getting a full range of motion, squeezing the glutes at the top. And I'm also holding a weight here to make this a little bit more challenging. And we're going for a full 20 reps for 3 sets. And by the end of this, your legs and glutes are going to be really warmed up. Thus, we have done a very effective pre-exhaust, and now we're ready to get into our heavier compound exercises. All right, and moving on to one of my all-time favorites, Barbell RDLs, RDL standing for Romanian deadlift. So I haven't done these in a while. I definitely felt a little bit rusty. So really, this is the first week of this brand new split, meaning this workout plan that I'm following. I'm going to follow it for at least 6 to 8 weeks, which is what you should be doing as well. You definitely want to give yourself enough time to actually make progress with the workouts. Make sure that you actually get better with the movements, that you're able to increase how much weight you lift, to control the weight better, to have more time under tension, and ideally to also increase the amount of reps that you do. So increasing your total volume. Because remember, the way that we grow muscle is increasing how much resistance we are overloading on those muscles so that they are literally forced to grow because there's a new stimulus. So I am wearing my weightlifting belt. I definitely recommend wearing one as well because you are going to hit your lower back a little bit with this exercise, and that just makes it more comfortable and not put as much strain there. And then I also have my Versa grips so that I can hold the barbell more comfortably, because of course when it's a bit of a heavier weight, your wrists are going to give out way before your legs and glutes will. So I definitely recommend getting some sort of wrist straps so that you can hold the bar more comfortably, whether they're Versa grips or just regular kind of cheap ones for about $10, which you can easily find on Amazon. Okay, so with RDLs, you want to have a little bit of a bend in your knee, and then really important with this one that you don't think that you're leaning down to the ground by lowering your torso. You want to think the reason that you're lowering down to the ground is because your hips are getting pulled back towards the wall. So this is a complete hip hinge exercise here. You want to imagine there's a rope around your hips pulling you back towards the wall, and the fact that you're pushing your hips back, glutes going back, is the reason that you are lowering down. It's not because you're bending your torso forward, it's because your hips are pushing back, and you should be pushing your hips back so much that you literally cannot go any lower than mid shin with the bar. So if you're getting lower than mid shin, you are overextending, you are going too far into this exercise. So I'm trying to go really slow, really controlled, especially just because I haven't done this exercise in a while, so I felt a little bit rusty, but I encourage you to do the same. Take it nice and slow. You don't need to use a ton of weight just to get used to the exercise, and then week after week, you can progress in reps or even in total weight from there. So we're doing this for 3 sets of 12 reps. Okay, next we are going into my favorite tempo hip thrust. So not going super heavy here, but instead really focusing on the time under tension, and using this for my glute exercises has made a huge difference in the amount of glute and leg growth I have seen in just a couple of months. So not necessarily just trying to go super heavy, but instead really trying to control the weight that I am lifting and then spending more time putting the tension on the target muscle. This really makes all the difference in the world. So here you want to make sure that you have the right setup. I started using these little aerobic step-up things, which I really like because it gives me the appropriate height. You definitely don't want to be too high for a hip thrust because that's going to mess with your range of motion. You should be able to kind of tuck your shoulder blades onto the top of whatever you're using really comfortably, and then have your feet out in front of you at a 90-degree angle. So then you're going to be pushing through your heels and really thinking you're scooping up your tailbone. You really want to think that it is the glutes lifting up here and that you are coming to a complete full lockout at the top. This is so important. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are not getting that full lockout, meaning that your glutes are thrusted up all the way to the point where your abs are hard and your chest, abs, knees are all in one straight line, that is where you want to be. If you are a little bit lower than that, then you are really missing out on the overload that this exercise is supposed to be giving to your glutes. So make sure that the glutes are doing the work here, scooping up your tailbone, nice hard flexed abs at the top, and then you're going to hold and squeeze for 2 seconds here at the top, and then lowering down is going to be 1, 2, 3. So this is why they're tempo hip thrusts, because we are really counting our way through each part of the rep and increasing how much time the tension is actually on the glutes. So 2-second hold at the top, 3 seconds coming down, and we are doing this for 12 reps. And I just decided to take a little selfie here in the mirror because, of course, after doing these tempo hip thrusts, your glutes are going to be so pumped. So this is the time to take the selfies, ladies. And you can see I've been having some really nice glute growth. I'm so delighted. And this is coming from the fact that I have been eating a ton of food so that I really can grow the glutes, and then also that I'm obviously doing good quality form, time under tension, doing the right exercises the right way to really maximize growth where you want to see it. So follow along and you're going to get the same results. Okay, we just have one last exercise now, and that is going to be some diagonal kickbacks. I also call these glute medius kickbacks sometimes because it's going to target more the upper glutes or kind of the side glutes, so the glute medius and glute minimus, which is the little side outer upper booty area, which helps you build what's called the shelf. If you're into the lingo these days, the shelf meaning kind of the top of the glutes where you go from waist to butt, and when it really pops out nicely, that is the shelf area. So this exercise is going to help you to really build that, and the only difference is that you're kicking out at kind of a 30 to 45 degree angle. So you really don't have to go heavy at all on kickbacks because we're really just trying to isolate glutes. We're not trying to engage our back or our legs, because when you start to go heavier, they're going to come in and compensate and you're not going to be targeting the glutes as much. So keep the weight nice and light, really kick up nice full range of motion here, squeeze and hold the glutes for a second at the top there. And we're doing this for 3 sets of 20 reps. All right, Fit Fam, that is the workout. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you learned a couple of tricks that you're going to implement in your next workout so that you too can see some epic leg and glute growth in just a couple of months, as I have been doing. And if you want the fastest, easiest path to results, you want somebody to completely customize everything for you based on your body, your goals and preferences, and you want a really high level of accountability so that you will stay in it, do what you got to do, and be motivated to keep going to get those results, then apply for one-to-one coaching in the link in the description below so that me and my team can personally guide you to the best results possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and comment if there's anything you want to see from me. Thanks so much for checking this out, and I will see you in the next video.